This is the beginning of what's going to become a very large platform. And just as people can discover you, your business, and your products through your videos on YouTube or through your website that's ranked on a search engine, the same is now true for a GPT. People can discover you or your business through a GPT and then be directed to your landing page or your product. And OpenAI is going to be launching a monetization program in Q1 of 2024, but I don't even think that's the most lucrative opportunity here to monetize your GPT. And I'll get to that later in this video. In this course, we're going to go over exactly what is a GPT and look at a few of the most popular examples, as well as how to actually access the store. Then we'll go over how to conceptualize your GPT and how to approach thinking about the different monetization methods. And then we'll wrap up the video by actually building and publishing our own GPT. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So what the heck even is a GPT? Well, it stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And what that means is that you can create custom versions of ChatGPT that combine instructions, extra knowledge, and any combination of skills. So basically, anybody can customize, build, and fine tune their own version of ChatGPT that can perform very specific tasks and instructions. So let's go and check out a few of the most popular GPTs that have already been built. This one is AllTrails. You might be familiar with their hiking app. It's an app that tells you all the information about the hiking trails in your area. So I put it in Las Vegas, Nevada here. And as you can tell, it provided all of the information on the trails in this area, including HD images, the location, the difficulty, elevation, and of course, links that bring me to the AllTrails website where I can then, purchase one of their paid plans. And here we have the Canva GPT. We all know Canva. And this one is really cool because you can essentially chat with ChatGPT, with the Canva GPT, and design your images and your logos right here in the chat. And then, of course, it provides you with links that bring you to the Canva dashboard where you can then access these photos and further edit them and further customize them. And the last example right here is a job listing GPT. You can essentially put in all the information for the job that you're looking for, and it will respond with all of the relevant job postings. So that's really cool. And of course, again, they provide links that bring you to their website. But let's go ahead and check out the store now and how you can access it. You simply just want to go to chat.openai.com and then go ahead and get logged in. So currently, the store is only available to Plus members. So if you haven't already upgraded your plan, now might be a good time to go ahead and at least try it out. It's only $20 per month. And it says right here, you can browse, create, and use GPTs. The store is also currently only available in the USA. So if you're not in the US, you might want to try using a VPN. But to actually access the store, you just want to click on Explore GPTs over here in the left-hand sidebar. And that brings you directly to the store homepage. And from here, you can search all of the public GPTs. You can browse by category, such as Dolly, writing, productivity, research, and analysis. And they also have several sections right here on the homepage, such as featured, all of the trending GPTs, and so forth. Here is all of the GPTs built by OpenAI. We have all the Dolly, all the image generating GPTs right here. And the list goes on. To create your own GPT, simply just click on the green create button in the upper right-hand corner. And that brings you to the dashboard where we can then go ahead and create our GPT. But before we do this, let's go and talk a little bit about conceptualization and what to think about as you create your GPT. The simplest way to approach thinking about and conceptualizing the GPT that you want to create is to start by asking, what is your goal with the GPT? And the simplest way I've been able to break this down is into two different categories through the lens of business and marketing. And that first category is your goal to direct people to your landing page? So do you already have a product or a service that can be extended through the GPT platform? And for example, that's exactly what Canva is doing. They already have a product or a service, and they're using the GPT platform to essentially direct people to their business. And the second category is to optimize for engagement on the ChatGPT platform. So as we all know, OpenAI is going to be launching a monetization program in Q1 of 2024. And that's based on engagement with the GPT and I'm assuming time spent on the platform. So if that's your goal right there, to monetize through the OpenAI platform, you want to be thinking about engagement and what will keep people on the platform. And for example, that could be something like creating a tutoring GPT or a code engineering GPT, where people will continuously come back to that GPT on the ChatGPT platform. And that right there is a way to optimize for engagement and keep people returning. And once you've kind of worked through that right there, you can ask, what problem are you solving? Now, again, if you already have a product or a service such as Canva or AllTrails, it's a pretty obvious approach of what you'll be doing here. You're essentially extending your business, your platform to the GPT platform. So your GPT is essentially an extension of the service you're already providing. Again, how Canva, you design images and logos, that's now extended through ChatGPT. And if you don't already have a product or a service, simply ask yourself, what is a repetitive task that you do? Something that you do often. And that could look anything like research, reading, organizing information, designing, creating, converting. If you convert images or documents, if you analyze documents, if you create logos, images, landing pages, really anything that you do digitally or online, there's a really good chance that you can create a GPT to help automate that process. So once you think through these things right here, you can go ahead and start creating your GPT. And that's what we'll go ahead and do right now. We're over here on the GPT dashboard where you can create your own GPT. And remember, you can get here by clicking on the green create button in the upper right-hand corner of the store homepage. And there are two main ways in which you can create your GPT. The first one is the easier way, and that's where you essentially just have a conversation with ChatGPT, and it'll ask you a series of questions, and you just respond to those questions. And each response kind of fine tunes your GPT and helps customize it and create it, which we'll come back and actually go through that process here in 1 second. But really quickly, the second way in which you can create a GPT is by clicking on the Configure tab. And this is essentially just a form that you can fill out and essentially manually provide the instructions to customize your GPT. And for example, you can start off by providing it with an icon or a logo, and then you can name your GPT, add a short description. And of course, right here, you can actually put in the instructions on what your GPT does and how you want it to respond to questions and so forth. And then you have the conversation starters. These are the little buttons that appear over the text box when you're using a GPT. It allows people to just click the button and instantly provide a starter prompt for the GPT that way. And then next we have the knowledge section. This is where you can upload a file. If you would like to provide your GPT with any kind of specific information or context or data that it can reference as the user is having a conversation with it. And next is the capabilities. These are kind of like utilities. We have web browsing, DALL-E image generator, code interpreter. So these are, again, utilities that your GPT can have access to if you'd like for it to browse the web to get any kind of recent or updated information. Of course, it can generate an image or a logo or a design using DALL-E, or you can use the code interpreter to essentially analyze data or to work with files that you've uploaded, do math, and anything like that. In the last section is the actions section. This is where you can connect your GPT to an API, so it can essentially communicate with any kind of third-party database or software or anything like that. Using the API allows it to send information back and forth in and out of the OpenAI platform. But for now, let's go ahead and go back over to the Create tab and go ahead and actually talk with ChatGPT and build out our own GPT and then publish it, of course. For this example, we're going to create a simple black and white icon generating GPT. This is one I actually built out recently. I was needing some icons for a web page I was designing, just some really simple kind of visual black and white icons. And as we all know, it can be really difficult to find the exact icon that we need sometimes. So I made a GPT, and I'm just going to walk y'all through right now how I made that. So you start off by just typing into the text box, exactly what it is you're wanting to create. And I'm going to keep it simple for this tutorial. I'm just going to say a black and white icon generator for web design. And now it says updating GPT. So it's just doing some configurations right now, and it's responding with great choice. How about we name this GPT monochrome icon artist? Do you like this name, or would you prefer a different one? I'll just say, sounds good to me. Now it's generating the profile picture for our GPT. This is the little icon that you see right here. It's currently just a kind of black 3D box in a circle. And this is the design that it came up with for our GPT. And it says, what do you think? Would you like any changes to it? I'm just going to say, nope, looks good to me. And it says, great. Now let's refine the context for the monochrome icon artist. To ensure it meets your needs perfectly, let's start by discussing its role and goals. What kind of web design icons are you most interested in? Do you want it to focus on specific types of websites or themes? I'm just going to say simple, minimalist, futuristic, modern. And it's once again updating and configuring the GPT. So as you can tell, this is a very simple process, and you can really make it as detailed or as complex or as simple as you would like. It just really depends, on the use case and exactly what problem you're trying to solve here. And the GPT builder responded with, next, let's talk about what should be emphasized or avoided in the designs. For instance, are these specific elements or styles that you'd like the icons to have or steer clear of? This can include things like the level of detail, use of geometric shapes, or any particular themes to avoid. I'm just going to say, nope, everything is good. Now, obviously, whenever you're building a production GPT, you're going to be a lot more detailed with this. You're going to provide a lot more context and directions. I'm just kind of walking us through the process right now to show you how simple this is. And the GPT builder responded with, how would you like to respond to request? Should it ask for clarification if the request is vague, or would you prefer it to use its own judgment to fill in the details? I'm going to say own judgment. Now it says, how would you like it to communicate? For example, should it have a formal tone or be more casual or friendly? I'm just going to say comedic. I want to have a fun, comedic, a funny GPT. And it's once again updating the GPT, configuring it, and adding that context. And it says the monochrome icon artist is now ready for you to try out. Please go ahead and test it in the playground to the right. If you have any refinements or changes you'd like to make after testing, just let me know. How would you like to proceed? So let's go and test it out over here on the right-hand side of the screen. That's the playground. And I'm just going to say, make a simple icon for a consulting website. All right, and it's creating the image. So this is a good sign right here. I'm excited to see what it comes up with and to see if we need to make any further changes or refinements to the GPT. All right, and that's really not bad at all. I'm not really sure exactly what it's an icon of. It looks like maybe it resembles a person and a little kind of chat bubble. And then it says, here's your minimalist and modern black and white icon designed for a consulting website. It's crafted with sleek lines and a futuristic flair. And it goes on with a bit more there. And if you wanted to make any changes to your GPT, you can then, again, add that into the chat on the left-hand side over here. For example, you could tell ChatGPT to change your GPT. That way the icon doesn't have any round edges. That way it's all just rectangular, just straight lines. You can change it to only make blue and white icons. You can change it to really do whatever you would like. It really just comes down to how much time you're wanting to spend developing and fine-tuning your GPT. So that's really about it for now. All you have to do from here to publish your GPT is just click on the green save button in the upper right hand corner. And from there, you can decide how you would like to publish it. You can select only me, where only you can use this GPT. There's an option where with anyone with the link can access your GPT, where you can share your link with your friends or family. And of course, the everyone option. And in order for your GPT to be publicly listed in the store and to eventually be able to monetize it, you need to select the everyone option right here. And from there, you can select the category you would like for it to be classified in. And I'm going to go with Dolly for now because it's generating images. And from there, you can just click confirm and publish your GPT. So that's really all there is to it. It's really straightforward. If I missed anything in this video, please let me know down in the comments. If you'd like for me to make a video about anything in the future, let me know. And well, if you got any value out of the video, please go and like it and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.